the subprime, explosion, bank collapse, things that I talked about that we had written into this film that people thought were impossible were unfolding before their eyes. And so that gave us a lot more credibility.
Well, that's what's happened with my broadcast, is that I'm just going off the history, the research, the issues, the facts. It doesn't mean I'm 100% right, but overall we've been going in the exact direction of society and predicting it long before. And so now I've got to contend with the fact that people really do listen to what I say, and I've tried to bring the quality of my information, it's always been good, to an even higher level because of the responsibility of the effect that I have and that my listeners have with this information in my films. But one thing that, seeing this collapse coming and now entering the first stages of it has done is it's helped me realize and focus on what's really important in my life. Petty issues, and I've never been a very worldly person, but, still worldly to a certain extent. I'm a lot less worldly than I was even 5 years ago, or even a year ago, or a month ago. It's really a focusing of the soul, of the psyche, of the mind, especially when you have children, to realize, if you've studied history, just how dangerous things can get, and to know that we are going there. It's incredible.
Alex, you bring up a good point. On my own personal journey to get my own house in order, because prior to starting this, I said something was wrong, like I think most of your listeners, but I didn't know what was wrong, and I didn't know what to do about it once I, defined it. But I got to say, since I've been on this journey of getting my own house in order, I'm starting to feel better about myself as a spiritual being having a human experience. I mean, I feel better about... Because I
Stay there. This is key. This is key. He just really hit on the point. People talk about how they feel empty. They don't feel empowered by sex, by money, by earthly power. But they always feel empowered in history when they're helping poor children or helping the sick or risking their lives to run into a burning building to help others. People are instinctively aware of the fact that much of the world they see is a false reality. It's disinformation, it's propaganda, it's lies. And when you start tuning into the real world and realizing that the solution is facing just how bad things are so you can protect all the good things that are in the world, it is an enlightenment that happens. It is an acceleration of understanding. And you begin to really tune into the secrets of the world and creation, the mysteries of the world. And I think that's what, Brian, is that what you were starting to get into?
That's exactly where I'm going. Many of us realize that this isn't any way to live at all. This isn't fun. Life doesn't have to be, neurotic and paranoid, and we don't have to be so angry. And there's something very wrong with the way in which we've been forced into unconsciousness, as Jim Morrison says. We are unconscious. But when we wake up, as scary as it is to wake up and embrace the moment of now and start becoming a spiritual person, having a human experience instead of the other way around, when we realize who we are, we do become enlightened. And without getting too esoteric, really what the film is trying to say is this stuff can be fun. It's fun to take control of your life.
Yes, it's exactly, to take control of your destiny. Folks, this is a lengthy, well-produced film that has so much great information. The Fall of America, thefallofamerica.net. To get the 10-part DVD set, 800-655-1577. Similar things that are out there on issues that don't even matter cost twice as much. 800-655-1577, 800-655-1577, or thefallofamerica.net. In closing comments, Robert Dinozzi.
First, I would just encourage everybody to go check out the website for two reasons. One, because Brian has done a great job at making a 9-minute trailer which will introduce you to all of the guests in the 9-DVD series and what their perspectives are. You really get a sense for what the content is and how it'll help you. But also, which we didn't mention earlier, Doug Casey in our film was kind enough to make available to us a very simple 12-page report which is downloadable to anyone who visits the site as a gift. You don't have to sign up for anything, enter your name or anything. It's just the 3 easiest ways to buy and own gold. Most people still don't own gold because they're afraid. They don't know how to do it. This makes it very simple. Download it. Share the link with your friends. Please
absolutely, absolutely. Well, gentlemen, I look forward to talking to you again, and I'm glad that for a lot of people, your film's almost like prophecy because it was made 2 years ago, and it's evergreen. It's even more important and pertinent today for everybody out there. And I want to commend you for coming on the show and for making the film. And I'm glad that you interviewed me for The Fall of America, thefallofamerica.net or 800-655-1577. Gentlemen, God bless you.
God bless.